Have you ever felt something was off, like you were making choices, but deep down, they didn't fully feel like yours? Like you agreed to things you didn't want, trusted people you shouldn't have, or stayed silent when you knew you were right? If that feeling sounds familiar, then stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change how you see everything around you. The truth is, manipulation isn't loud. It doesn't come with dramatic music or obvious control. It's quiet, it's subtle, it slips into your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, and before you realize it, you're already playing a role in a story someone else wrote for you. And the most dangerous part, you think it was your choice all along. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who always seems to get what they want? Not by force, not by shouting, but by making you feel like helping them was your idea. That's not luck. That's not just charm. That's strategy. They observe you. They notice your fears, your desires, your need to be liked, and they use it. Some people manipulate through kindness. They make you feel special, understood, appreciated, and slowly, without even noticing, you feel like you owe them something. Others use guilt. They make you feel responsible for their emotions, their problems, their pain, until saying no feels like hurting them. And then there are those who use fear, planting ideas in your mind like, what if you lose everything? Or what if no one else accepts you? And suddenly, you stay. Not because you want to, but because you're afraid to leave. But here's something important. You are not manipulated because you're weak. You're manipulated because you're human. Because deep inside all of us, there are emotional gaps, a need for approval, a fear of rejection, a desire to belong. And those gaps, that's where manipulation begins. Maybe you grew up feeling like you had to earn love. So now you try too hard to please people. Maybe you feel guilty when you prioritize yourself. So you keep sacrificing your own needs. Or maybe you fear being alone. So you hold on to relationships that slowly drain you. These are not flaws. They're human experiences. But if you don't become aware of them, someone else will take advantage of them. And that's why awareness is power. Right now, pause for a second and ask yourself, what makes me give in? Is it the fear of disappointing others? The need to be liked? The discomfort of conflict? Because once you identify that, you start breaking the pattern. Now listen carefully. This part matters. If you're finding this eye-opening, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel, not just to support, but because content like this is meant to wake you up, and you don't want to miss what comes next. Let's continue. To stop being manipulated, you don't need to become cold or distant. You need to become aware. You need to slow down your reactions, because manipulation works best when you react emotionally, without thinking. When someone pressures you, pause. When someone praises you excessively, question it. When something feels off, trust that feeling. You don't have to respond immediately. Silence is powerful. It gives you control. And here's something most people don't realize. Manipulators depend on predictability. They expect you to react the same way every time. If they guilt you, they expect you to give in. If they praise you, they expect you to lower your guard. So what happens when you don't? You break the script. Say no when they expect yes. Stay calm when they expect emotion. Walk away when they expect you to stay. That's when the power shifts. But there's an even deeper level to this, and it's not easy to accept. Sometimes, the people who manipulate you are not strangers. They are close to you, family, friends, partners, people you love. And that's where it hurts the most, because the manipulation doesn't look like control. It looks like care. I'm doing this for you. You owe me. Without me, you'll be lost. These words can feel like love, but they're not. Real love doesn't make you feel guilty for being yourself. It doesn't make you afraid to choose differently. And it definitely doesn't take away your freedom. If you constantly feel like you're walking on eggshells, like you have to think twice before speaking, like you're responsible for someone else's happiness, then something isn't right. And the hardest truth? Not every relationship that feels strong is healthy. Not every bond that lasts is good for you. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is step away. That doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care about yourself, too. Start small, set boundaries. You don't need long explanations. A calm, simple no is enough. Speak your truth. Not to change others, but to respect yourself. And when the reactions come, because they will, stay firm. People who benefit from your silence will be uncomfortable with your voice. But that discomfort, that's the beginning of your freedom. Now let's go even deeper. We live in a world where influence is everywhere. Social media, advertising, conversations, expectations. Everything is designed to shape how you think, what you want, and how you behave. And if you don't question it, you absorb it. So start observing. Not just what people say, but what they do. Look at patterns, not promises. Watch actions, not words. Because manipulation often hides behind beautiful language, but the truth is always in behavior. And most importantly, take control of your own mind. Because at the end of the day, the biggest influence in your life isn't others. It's the thoughts you never question, the beliefs you accepted without thinking, the fears you carry without understanding. Freedom begins the moment you start asking, why do I feel this way? Why do I want this? Is this truly my decision, or was it shaped by something else? It's not easy. It takes courage. It takes honesty. And sometimes it feels lonely, but it's worth it. Because one day you'll reach a point where you don't feel pressured to please everyone, where you don't feel guilty for choosing yourself, where you can look at someone trying to control you and calmly say, no. And in that moment, you're no longer a piece in someone else's game. You're finally in control of your own. So now I want to ask you something. When was the moment you realized something wasn't right? When did you feel manipulated for the first time? Or maybe you're still trying to figure it out. Whatever it is, don't keep it inside. Share it. Because awareness grows when we speak about it. And remember, once you start seeing these patterns, you can't unsee them. And that's a good thing. Because now, you're awake.